The Nebraska Golf Association's crown jewel returns to the Omaha metro area for the first time since 2011, when the 107th Nebraska Amateur Championship begins Monday at Indian Creek Golf Course. The 27-hole facility in Elkhorn has hosted both of the NGA's major championships and multiple other events since opening in 1992, last hosting the Nebraska Amateur Championship in 2006.
Definitely excited to be back at Indian Creek. The last time the Nebraska Amateur there was in 2006 when Brady Schnell won. Brady's had a lot of success on the professional tours, and then we also were there with our match play championship in 2002, which was won by A.J. Elgert, who will also be participating this week, having recently regained his amateur status. But it's a great championship venue. We think it'll be worthy of identifying the best golfer.
Former Husker Brady Schnell, who is now competing on the Web.com Tour, claimed the championship in 2006, winning by a wide margin over McCook's Brandon Crick. Crick tied the amateur scoring record with a 7 under 65 in the first round, but Schnell, who carded a 67 that day, still cruised to a 9-stroke win with a 12 under total of 276. Since that championship, all 3 nines at Indian Creek have been renovated.
It started out as a bunker renovation and a greens regrassing, and it kind of blew up from there. We started on the Blackbird 9 and then moved our way through the golf course. Red followed, and then gray followed the year after that. And with each 9, the scope of the work kind of grew, and by the end of it, we didn't necessarily reroute anything, but layouts changed quite a bit. The topography of the fairways changed quite a bit. The bunkering changed completely, location-wise, design-wise. It's a completely different golf course than it was prior to the renovation.
The renovations, one of the things that brought me here in 2011 was the fact that the 2 owners, spent the money renovating the 9s and putting their money back into their product. They're pretty proud of their product. The T1 bent grass is a great surface to putt on. The new bunker sand, the premier bunker sand, that's fun to thump wedges out of when you're hitting shots from around the greens. It's a real consistent surface, or consistent sand to hit bunker shots from, so you can hit the shots the way you want and they come out the way they're supposed to. You're not guessing when you get in there, so it makes those bunker shots, I think, easier, but yet it's the overall appearance of that white sand on the golf course helps frame the hole. It's a great look.
The Blackbird and Red Feather 9s have been used in past NGA competitions. However, this year's championship will feature a new routing, utilizing the newest of the 9s, Greyhawk.
When we were there last with the amateur was in 2006, and the routing was Blackbird to Red Feather. This year we'll go Blackbird to Greyhawk. We got a lot of feedback from players, and so we're excited to give that test to them. Paid a lot of visits to the golf course recently. The rough is right where we want it. The green speeds will be a little faster than they were for their recent Indian Creek invite. And it's a long golf course, so I kind of think that the people that hit it far will do well. But we want to put a premium on putting it in play, so there's more than just hitting it far that plays a role. So we're looking forward to the week, and we think it'll be a great test of golf.
The Blackbird to Greyhawk routing can stretch to nearly 7,400 yards, though course setup will vary throughout the 4 days.
I think gray, for those guys that played years ago and maybe haven't played here since, gray changed the most in terms of how it plays after the renovation. Gray used to be a golf course where in the summer you had a south wind and you just kind of got up on those first 3 holes and bombed it, and it played pretty easy. So we've tried to bunker that differently to make that a little bit more difficult. So gray's going to play quite a bit different. I'm excited to see how it handles the tournament play. We've got some longer tee boxes out there. Black probably changed the least during the renovation, but the bunkering has changed enough to make it play quite a bit differently. So I think of the 3 9s we have out here, the black to gray rotation is probably our best tournament setup.
A lot of people ask me what's my favorite rotation, and I can't come up with one between the 3 9s, but if I really had to choose, I would have to say black and gray. There's not a layup hole out there. Every hole you're challenged from off the tee shot, your approach shot, or around the greens. The front 9 Blackbird a lot of movement in those greens. So if you miss some of those greens in the wrong spot, you'll be busy trying to make par. That Greyhawk 9, the fairways are a little more generous. Still, there's not quite as much movement on the greens, but with the rough being up around those greens, it's going to put a premium hitting the fairways and the greens.
The championship begins Monday, July 27th. All 156 players in the championship field will compete the first 2 days, after which a cut will be made to the lowest 60 scores and ties, determining the players advancing to the third and fourth rounds. A champion will be crowned after the final round on Thursday, July 30th.
Really it's an outstanding field. We have 156 players that will be teeing it up rounds 1 and 2 before we cut to 60 in ties. But included is our match play champion from this year, Michael Colgate. Both our junior champions, Alex Shockey of Omaha, who won our junior amateur, and Nolan Mashka of Omaha, who won our junior match play. And then also we have our player of the year last year coming back, who is always kind of a perennial favorite, Carson Shockey, who won the Big Ten championship in the spring. So we think it's an outstanding field. 6 past champions, should be a great event.
The 6 past champions do not include last year's champion, David Klaus, a friend, who is unable to play due to injury. Past champions competing include 1989 champion John Sajovic of Fremont, 2002 champion Ryan Neufeld of Elkhorn, 2003 and 2004 champion A.J. Elgert of Lincoln, 2008 champion Jason Brigham of Lincoln, 2012 champion Greg Soule of Wahoo, and 2010, 2011, and 2013 champion Andy Sajovic of Fremont. For more information, including first and second round pairings, visit the competitions section of the NGA website, nebgolf.org, and click on the Nebraska Amateur Championship.